women make about 70 cents to $1 of a man's salary. It's not right.
So that wage is actually inaccurate. So when you're talking about that calculation, you get that calculation by dividing the median earnings of full-time women by the median earnings of full-time men. No good study is ever just, hey, let's compare two things and draw a conclusion. No good study has ever been like that. So do you understand the flaw in that number and using that number? If it's so vague, do you think it's disingenuous to use it?
A little bit. I'm kind of sort of in the middle about that because...
We'll settle for a little bit. I took a step back and looked at the economic situation of women across the U.S. and across the world and what the administration is doing, and I was rather pleased. One thing that you were talking about, Trump, the Women, Peace, and Security Act. That's a global initiative. It's actually the first of its kind as well, which is working with other countries, trying to get women in places, break down barriers for women to get in places of power, to actually reduce terrorism, reduce conflict, because studies show.
Does he not even get by saying that how ridiculous it is? Is he not? Like, first of all, by the way...
Well, you interrupted me.
Why don't we start with what Donald Trump, we all know to be true, is that what Donald Trump has done is lie.
Well, hold on. Dispute what I was just talking about.
Beginning with the inauguration.
Women, Peace, and Security Act. Dispute what I was just talking about, please.
I don't need to do that because you want to.
Because you can't.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah. I mean, he's what would probably get my vote.
Are you dead ass serious right now? Are you a Trump supporter?
Trump will get my vote in 2020. Yes.
Get the out of my face.
If you have a person in office, you can't just say, "I'm going to tell you he's really good right here," while he destroys the rest of things.
I'm telling him what's good that's happening globally.
You're telling something from a male perspective, so it still isn't going to matter.
Because I'm a male? You're very observant.
And I know, and I'm very wise. You will never know what it's like to be a woman. You can put on a pink shirt, and
I'm not pretending to know. I'm not pretending to know what it's like to be a woman.
There's not equal pay. No, there isn't.
Wait. What's the wage gap, really quick?
I don't need to tell you a number. I can tell you from a living experience.
Anecdotal evidence is not strong evidence.
My evidence? It's anecdotal. I live it.
Yeah, that's the definition of anecdotal evidence.
Anecdotal evidence is reality.
Oh, you're very fake news.
Okay, well, anyways, you guys, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Hopefully you can learn how to be respectful to people you disagree with.
What you're saying is not true. You're standing here in a pink shirt saying to people, I know this and I know this number. It's not your life.
I'm looking hella cute in this pink shirt, by the way.
I bought him that pink shirt.
How about women earning $40,000 last year, getting a tax cut of about over $2,000? I mean, that's a great thing for women too, right?
You know,
that's of course for men as well. Of course, it's across the board. I don't know why it's funny.
It's insufficient, is what I'm saying. And you're telling me
it's never enough, is what you're saying.
$600 a year. You know, that comes. When you break it down into months, into weeks, that's not that big a bump.
I didn't say $600.
You know women make as much money as you for the same job.
If you divide...
Well, then be quiet, because you don't know. So then just stop.
I do know if you just let me talk instead of talking over me.
I can talk over you because you're telling me you know, and then I say, how? And you say, well, I don't know.
You're not letting me explain it. Yeah, so what number are you talking about? Are we talking about 70 cents to a man's dollar? What are we talking about?
Why do I have to give you a number between wage gap?
Because that chooses what I'm breaking down for you. So if you were to do 77 cents to a man's dollar, that's only if you divide the median earnings of full-time women by the median earnings of full-time men. That's all that is. That doesn't account for occupation, education, hours worked. That doesn't account for any of that stuff. So it's disingenuous to bring it up.
You're saying I'm disingenuous?
It's either A.
No, A. Am I disingenuous?
You're asking me a question. I'm trying to answer it.
No, then answer the question yes or no. It's simple. Can you do that?
Does he know?
Can you do that?
Can you do that? If you're trying to lie to people, it's disingenuous. If you're just
I'm not lying. I said, are you calling me?
If you don't know the facts.
Are you calling me? If I don't know your facts?
No, those are the facts.
Guess what?